I chose healing over heartbreak, even if it meant saying no to you forever. Our love was a storm. I can't shelter a child in it. You were the question mark in my future, not the answer. I needed roots, but all you gave were broken branches. Love is sacred. I couldn't risk giving a child anything less. Your hands weren't steady enough to hold a future. I mourned the family we never could be. I wanted a safe harbor, not another battle. I refused to birth a child into a war zone of hearts. Our love was a lesson I don't want to pass down. Even dreams have limits, and I reached mine with you. I wanted peace. You offered only echoes of pain. I carry scars. How could I carry a child with you? You broke the promise of tomorrow we once whispered. I won't make a child inherit my fear of you. Love without safety is a cage. I won't lock another soul in it. Your shadow loomed too large for a child's light. I gave you my heart. I kept my womb guarded. I lost faith in us, but found faith in myself. The future I imagined didn't include you holding their hand. Our love taught me how to survive, not how to thrive. I need a future filled with laughter, not silence that screams. You were a storm. I needed calm for a child. I won't let history repeat itself inside another body. We never built a foundation strong enough for two, let alone three. Your love was a question I stopped wanting to answer. A child deserves more than broken promises and quiet regrets. I held hope, but your hands only bruised it. I feared that child would carry our war inside their soul. Our love was a flame too wild to warm a family. I chose solitude over creating more silence. You never offered peace. How could I pass that on? The child I dreamed of deserves a love I never had. Your love was a lesson in how not to nurture. I felt hollow where you promised fullness. I wanted to protect, not expose another to pain. You were a broken poem. I needed a lullaby. I held on to hope until it slipped through your fingers. I knew our story ended before the first page was written. I dreamed of family, but feared the home we'd build. I chose freedom over fear for the next soul I hold. Our love was too fragile to carry new life. I held the door closed, so no child would inherit the chaos. You were the silence that swallowed all my dreams. A child needs roots, not the cracks we grew between us. I wanted warmth, but all you gave was frost. I chose self-love over a future with you. Our love story was a warning, not a beginning. I feared what kind of father you'd be before becoming one. I wanted to create light, but only found darkness with you. You weren't the hero I imagined for our future. I carried your weight. I couldn't carry another's. Our love was a broken bridge, not a path forward. I chose healing over hurting someone new. You promised forever, but delivered temporary pain. I wanted a child to feel safe, not trapped. Your love was a storm. No child deserves that weather. I dreamed of laughter, but you gave silence. I feared the child would inherit our broken language. You were the question I stopped wanting to ask. I couldn't pass on wounds I'm still healing. Our love was a mirror cracking under pressure. I want to break cycles, not repeat them. You were the voice I had to silence for peace. I chose to protect innocence over denying my pain. A child deserves more than the chaos we created. Our love was a storm without shelter. I didn't want to bring life into our brokenness. You weren't the light I hoped to follow. I chose to heal before creating new life. Our love was a fragile seed that never took root. I carried you in my heart, but not in my future. I refused to birth a child into a house of glass. You were a question mark where I wanted certainty. I feared what the silence would teach a child. I wanted to raise love, not echo pain. Our love was a shadow, not a sanctuary. I chose peace over passing on trauma. You never held me like I needed to be held. I wanted a child who knew warmth, not cold distance. Our love was a story I couldn't finish. I protected my heart and the hearts yet to come. You were the storm I refused to anchor in. I dreamed of a family, but not this family. I chose freedom over repeating our mistakes. Our love was a broken promise I couldn't keep. I wanted a child to inherit hope, not fear. You were the silence that deafened my dreams. I refused to build a future on fragile trust. Our love was a wound that never fully healed. I chose healing before creating a new soul. You were the question I stopped wanting to answer. I feared the child would carry our wounds silently. I wanted it to raise a child in love's light. Our love was a broken song I couldn't sing. I protected my soul and the souls I might have held. You were the shadow I needed to step away from. I chose peace over painful beginnings. I dreamed of love, but found only survival. My dear, I dreamed of children, just not with someone who made me question love this deeply. I see your name and feel fear, not a future. Our love wasn't safe enough to raise anything inside it. I can't give life to something I'm still healing from. Children deserve truth. We barely survived our lies. I imagined lullabies, not screaming matches. How do I give a child peace when I never had it with you? My womb rejects what my heart cannot trust. I want soft mornings, not walking on eggshells. You taught me survival, not love. I won't hand a child the same silence that broke me. The love we had didn't even raise us. I want a child to feel safe, like I never did with you. My soul flinches at the thought of us raising something pure. What would we teach them? How to fake love? I won't let our chaos be their inheritance. Some things end before they pass on. I want to give a child magic, not wounds to unpack. This isn't a story I want a child to begin in. We barely grew each other. How would we grow a life? Your love never felt like a home. A child needs roots. We only gave each other storms. I lost myself with you. I won't lose someone else. If love was a garden, ours never bloomed. A child needs peace. We gave each other war. Our love had too many exits. I needed healing, not motherhood. You taught me control, not compassion. I want to raise a child in warmth, not fear. Our love didn't even protect me. How would it protect them? The truth is, I never wanted to replicate this. I couldn't risk bringing light into this kind of darkness. Our love was loud, but never safe. A child isn't a second chance. I didn't want to anchor a soul into this chaos. Love that harms has no right to multiply. I wanted more for them than we gave each other. I didn't want to pass on my silence. You broke me in ways a child would feel. If I carried your child, I'd also carry my fear. A child deserves love, not repair. I didn't want to apologize for you forever. You were never a safe place to land. A child is sacred. I couldn't trust you with sacred. I couldn't gift a child a father, I feared. Even love must meet standards when innocence is at stake. You held me too roughly to hold a future. Our love was a lesson, not a legacy. I buried too much of myself to birth anyone else. This isn't where I wanted my bloodline to begin. Our silence was louder than lullabies. I didn't want my child to wonder what real love felt like. My intuition screamed louder than your promises. I feared I'd have to protect them from you. Our love wouldn't have cradled them, it would have cracked them. I couldn't bring life into a space that kept killing mine. I won't build a family on forgotten apologies. Your love felt conditional. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I didn't want a child learning survival before joy. We didn't have the love a child could thrive in. I couldn't carry a child through your storms. Even a womb knows when to say no. I loved you, but not enough to bring life into it. Some love ends with silence. Ours needed to. You weren't the legacy I wanted to leave. The child I imagined deserved tenderness. Ours never made it. I would have had to protect them from your shadows. I wanted peace in their world, not echoes of ours. I felt alone beside you. Imagine a child. I won't parent with someone I couldn't cry in front of. Our love starved me. I'd never starve a child. I chose to break the cycle, not complete it. There was no room for innocence between our wounds. I feared you'd call it love, and the child wouldn't know better. I couldn't trust you with my heart, let alone theirs. A child should come from joy, not damage control. I didn't want to create someone who would feel this unloved. You weren't the man I'd want my child to look up to. I kept the child safe by keeping it a dream. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. I didn't want them to inherit our tension. Your voice raised my anxiety. Imagine a child. I needed to escape you, not expand with you. Our love would have broken them the way it broke me. You never saw me. Why would you see them? I didn't want to beg for gentle. I want a child raised in softness, not survival. You never apologized without blame. I feared what you'd teach. Our love died from neglect, not a legacy I'd gift. I wanted the next soul in my life to know peace. A child doesn't need chaos to feel alive. I didn't want my child to need therapy because of us. We barely knew love. Why pass that down? You turned love into walking on glass. Our silence screamed louder than our affection. I want to raise love, not relive trauma. I didn't want our patterns to become someone else's childhood. I had to protect a child from the dream of us. We were proof love alone isn't enough. You taught me what love shouldn't look like, and that's where I drew the line.